Practicing self-compassion is such a crucial part of anxiety recovery, but a lot of people worry that if they start being more compassionate towards themselves, they'll become soft, they'll stop trying, they'll lose their edge, or they'll use it as an excuse to avoid hard things or become lazy. And I understand why it might feel that way, but that's not what self-compassion actually is. Most of us have been taught to push ourselves through criticism, shame, or fear, so the idea of meeting ourselves with a bit of compassion can sound like weakness, but that's a little bit of a misunderstanding. Especially if you're someone who's driven, who sets big goals for themselves and expects a lot from yourself, self-compassion can feel risky. And you might worry, well, if I take the pressure off myself, won't I lose my drive? Won't I stop pushing myself forward to achieve these goals that I've set? Now, self-compassion is always meeting yourself with patience, understanding, and kindness, and recognizing that shame and guilt don't need to be piled on top of what is already difficult. But then I think it can be split into two parts. And one part is choosing not to add more pressure and doing more when we're already struggling. It might mean allowing yourself to pause and to rest and to take a bit of a break. And this is what most people have in mind when they picture self-compassion. It's candlelit bubble baths, it's unicorns and rainbows and all gentle, nice things. But there's also the other part of self-compassion, which is the stronger, firm side, which is you saying to yourself, no, I'm not going to let my anxious brain dictate this decision or control my behaviours today. Or no, I won't keep avoiding things that matter to me because of how I feel. Sometimes the most compassionate thing that you can do for yourself is the hardest one. It's facing that fear, it's setting a boundary, or it's choosing to act even when it's difficult. And taking those uncomfortable steps towards a life that you want for yourself is in and of itself an act of self-kindness. Now, this isn't about picking one side or the other. We need to understand and find a balance with both of them. It's not only the gentle side, we can use this as an excuse to start slipping into some avoidance. And it's not only the firm side, because you end up in this cycle of self-criticism, guilt and shame, before ultimately burning out. The strength is in moving between them, understanding and getting better at knowing what you need in that moment, knowing when to allow the softness and the gentle side and when to push yourself towards what matters to you and your life in your recovery. This isn't a way of you lowering the bar for yourself. It's how you give yourself both the permission to rest and the courage to take the next step forward. So the next time that thought comes up, well, if I'm just kind to myself or I'm compassionate with myself, won't I just give up and stop trying? Remember that compassion isn't weakness. It's a balance of gentleness and strength that makes recovery possible.